This is Nic Higham from thewholenessofexperience.com. Join me each Sunday at 4 p.m. UK time, live on Zoom, and explore the nature of experience. For more information and to register your place, visit thewholenessofexperience.com. So, what's happening? You're experiencing, you're aware, you're awake. Notice you don't have to turn on experiencing. You don't have to wake up. You are alert, you are open. And what are you experiencing? You're experiencing experience. That's obvious, isn't it? And it seems like there are different objects, different subjects, but all of these are experiences. And it seems like there are external experiences and internal experiences, but both are experiences. So you are experiencing experiences. And the question is, in this meeting, in this inquiry, what's the nature of experience? What really is experience? So I invite you to feel into experience. Doesn't matter what's showing up in your present experience. Just be with it. Be curious. Be interested. So when I explore experience, for example, the experience of this chair, what I find is seeing, hearing, has a sound, feeling. Now I could smell it, I could taste it as well, and I could think about it. So there's seeing, hearing, smelling, feeling, tasting, thinking. These are modes of experiencing. Now it may seem like there is a separate seer seeing the chair, but do I actually experience that? And when I say I'm referring to experiencing, the space of experiencing. I'm not referring to Nick, the individual. What do I actually experience? What do you actually experience? And it also may seem like there are different capacities of experiencing, yours and mine. But is that actually true? What's actually happening? What can you actually verify? So again, be interested in direct experience. Put aside what you think you know. Put aside your beliefs. They're not actually interesting, are they? We're not really interested in what we think we know. We may fixate on that for some time. But what we're really interested in is this here and now. What is this here and now? What's the nature of this here and now? What's the nature of experience? What's true for you? Just feel into it. All experience is made of the unlimited experiencing that experiences it. What do I mean by that? Well, again, I find the modes of experiencing. I find hearing, I find seeing, and so on. These are modes of experiencing, otherwise known as awareness or consciousness. So what I find when I explore anything are not things, but this experiencing. What is this experiencing? Well, I certainly can't say what it is. I mean, it's bizarre that it's all there is. It's all that's known. Yet it can't be described. It can't be captured. Certainly not in words. Words seem to obscure what is, the directness of isness, of actuality. But what are words? Well, words are sounds, aren't they? So that's hearing. Words may appear as thoughts. Well, thoughts may as well be sounds as well. But whatever thought is, It's definitely this process of experiencing. We could give this experiencing many, many words. I mean, we could call it intelligence. So thinking is intelligence, hearing is intelligence, feeling is intelligence, pure intelligence, consciousness. All you, consciousness, knows is consciousness. And there's no duality there. There's not two consciousnesses. There's just one consciousness in which experience arises, and experience is made of the same consciousness. Check it out for yourself. Don't take my word for it. What do you actually find when you explore experience directly? It may seem as if you find something dense, solid, but see if that's true, because when I feel into this chair and just stay with that tactile mode of feeling, I find this sparkly, shimmering dance of aliveness. That's my primary experience of this experience. A secondary experience may well be, it's separate, it's solid, it's not me. But when I really tune into what's here, I only find me. And I'm not talking about Nic. Nic is an experience. I'm experiencing an experience called Nic. This is really basic. I'm not implying that if it doesn't resonate or if it doesn't click or ring true that somehow there's something wrong with you. There's not. It may well be that you're used to focusing on interpretation rather than direct experience. What's interpretation? Interpretation is another experience. It's made of the same experiencing. It's all that. All of it is that. The sense of a separate self is experiencing, is what experiencing is. And the sense of self is called the sense of self because it is a sense. It's like an impression, a flavour of me. And you can be aware, of course you always are, but you can be aware of that sense of me, that sense of self. You're not limited to anything you can be aware of. But anything you can be aware of expresses you. Everything is an expression of you. Even the separate sense of self. And once that's recognised, there's no longer this need to try to avoid it because it's put in its equal position along with every other facet of experience. The sense of self is no different than an object in this room. It's made of the same. Choose a word. I'm just calling it experiencing. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's all I know. It's all I am. But it can't be described. The sense of a me is only that. It's none other than that. Feel into that sense of me. It feels like a contraction, doesn't it? Like a tightness. However it's appearing, put aside what you think you know about this me. Even take off the label me. Be with it. Feel it. I could say as if for the first time, but this is the first time. Because it's only now. You know, it seems like there are maybe different nows, a past now, a present now, a future now. But is it not true that there's just this now moment of experiencing? You can remember the past, but what's appearing to you then when you remember the past? Is it the actual past? Do you have any evidence for a past aside from a memory? And what is memory? Well, memory is the same as thinking. It's the same as hearing and smelling and tasting and so on. It's all the same experiencing. You can't escape it. You are it. It's all you experience. So is there an experiencer, a capacity of experience and an experience? Are there three things? Are you separate from what you're experiencing? Listen to the sounds of these words. Can you remove yourself from them? You experiencing awareness, consciousness. Can you remove yourself from these words? Are they outside of you? This infinite, unlimited capacity of knowing. Are they outside? Well, they must be inside because they're appearing here because they're known. Whatever is known, whatever is unfolding within this one space of experiencing. No experience is out of place. Every experience has a place. If you're experiencing it, it has a place within you. Nothing is out of place. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is inappropriate. Everything has an equal embrace within you. Because everything is you. Experience doesn't have to look any way. Awakening isn't about a certain state, a certain mood, a certain kind of life, a certain quality of life. It's not about that. It's about truth. And the truth is, this is awake. This is wakefulness. It's what you are. What you are can take any shape. Look at the shapes it's taking. Feel the shapes it's taking. Hear the sounds. These are all the expressions of experiencing. Undivided experiencing. Peering it as division, separation. This is how it's showing itself. Even this form, even this experience. And it's only an assumption that says there are different experiencers with their own portion of awareness of experiencing. If that seems to be true, then what seems to be true for you is just an experience. I'm going to repeat myself over and over again over the next 10 minutes or so. Because really, it really is as simple as you are experiencing, you are the experiencing itself. And within you are expressions of you. Your experiences are expressions of you. And I'm not saying that you are an individual projecting yourself. We're not talking about solipsism. I'm not saying that you are an ego and the world is somehow an extension of your egoic structure. I'm saying all you know is experiencing. Explore what's here. Whether that be the chair, something in this space, something internal, something that seems internal. What are you experiencing but feeling, seeing, and so on? An emotion is made of the same isness that all things are made of, that all arisings, all appearances are made of. There are no things. But you're definitely experiencing, aren't you? Definitely experiencing. Undoubtedly, you are aware. You are aware. And this present awareness, this unlimited knowingness is awake. And it enlightens every expression of itself. It illuminates every apparition of itself. So this is enlightened experiencing, knowingness, awareness. Because look, it's all enlightened, it's all illuminated, it's all animated by that one actuality that you are. You're not apart from anything you're experiencing. Do you feel like a limited self? Do you feel like yourself is located in the body somewhere, in the chest, in the throat, in the head? Explore it. Know it directly. What is it? What's there? You are experiencing it, and it appears as these modes of the same experiencing. All experience is made of this unbounded consciousness that knows it all. And I'm left without words, really. I'm left with not knowing. The freedom of not knowing. Of not having to know. Of not having to conclude